Well, good morning and thanks for joining us at the WITN First Alert Desk. I'm Hannah Hutter.
And I'm meteorologist Russell James.
All right, well, we are bringing you first some news out of Morehead City where, let me get this put up, where crews are now investigating a fire that ignited outside an apartment unit. Now, the call came in shortly after 7 p.m. last night at Building C of Westwood Square Apartments on Brook Street. When crews got to the scene, they saw a fire outside of the building, which houses 4 units. Try to get this up for you. There we go. Now, officials say firefighters were able to put out the flames within a few minutes. No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. The crews from Morehead City Fire EMS, Atlantic Beach Fire Department, Beaufort Fire Department were called in for the fire, and Morehead City Police were also on the scene. And a Pitt County man is now facing multiple charges, including dog fighting, animal cruelty after dogs die of starvation. Now, 49-year-old Courtney Edwards was arrested by the Pitt County Sheriff's Office on Sunday. Court documents show Edwards trained multiple dogs with the intent that the dogs be used in fighting exhibitions that included baiting or fighting other dogs. Warrants also show the man maliciously tortured multiple dogs, including mixed breeds, by keeping them in bad conditions, leading to pain and suffering, and caused multiple dogs to be killed by intentionally starving them. Now, the man was charged with 8 counts of killing an animal by starvation, 13 counts of cruelty to animals, 21 counts of dog fighting, and felony conspiracy. He was taken to the Pitt County Detention Center, where he remains under no bond. His first court appearance is scheduled for today. All right, now
that was a lot.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
that was a lot.
Just goes to show you that no matter what day it is always pretty much busy, pretty much here in eastern North Carolina. And something else that's been busy lately has been the weather.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Well, the good news is, we're going to sort of ditch the cold temperatures a little bit, and we're going to be bringing in the warmer temperatures.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
As we go into your Tuesday and also into your Wednesday. Let's get you started with the days that we're watching for this week. So we're tracking warmer conditions, highs into the low 60s across several spots. And then as we go into your Wednesday, similar story, we may have to watch out for a few isolated showers. And then going into Valentine's Day weekend, rain is likely setting up, and it's more so towards the latter half of the weekend. But if you have plans, particularly going into Friday night, going into Saturday morning, you should be good. Grifton, right now, you're sitting at 28 degrees. You have a north-northeasterly wind at 8 miles per hour. Eventually, those winds are going to start shifting out of the south and west later on into the day. Even at the Neuse River, sitting at 28 degrees. And so temperatures are eventually going to get closer towards the 40-degree mark. You're going to need a coat as you're heading out the door today. Even for inland locations, highs into the 30s, close to 40, with a north-northwesterly breeze at 3 miles an hour. Looking at our First Alert Live radar, there are 2 areas that I'm closely watching. One in particular is a region up in the northern part of the country. This is going to be allowing for an area of low pressure to develop over the coming days, and it's going to eventually move towards the east. And then there's a second branch that we're watching right down here. This is going to supply the moisture across our area as we head towards the later part of the week. And oftentimes you got to have 2 of those branches to kind of face together to have a good environment for rain. Right now, at the very least, with those persistent north-northeasterly winds and high pressure off the coast, that's going to at least keep us dry, at least for today, and going into your Tuesday. Now, as we go into Wednesday, notice you see some rain chances return, particularly going into Wednesday afternoon and evening later in the day. In areas right along and south of Highway 264 from Greenville down towards Jacksonville will have the best opportunity of seeing some of that rain. We're going to walk you through this with your hour-by-hour forecast. So this is looking at Tuesday afternoon. We're seeing temperatures into the 60s. As we head into Wednesday morning, notice how temperatures, Hannah, start out into the upper 40s and low 50s. Yes. Now, the past few nights, we've had teens, we've had low 20s, so this will be the first morning that we've had in a long time where we start off in the 50s across the region. By the late morning, that disturbance comes into the area. We'll see some showers setting up from Goldsboro over into Greenville, Snow Hill, Plymouth, Beaufort, Old Ford, seeing a little bit of light rainfall, but then eventually as we go into the evening hours, as quick as it arrives, it will quickly move off the coast. And so this is not going to be a washout type of an event. This is more of a light casual sprinkles, maybe a few scattered showers in between. Not really going to cause much of a problem. So if you have plans on Wednesday, you are in good shape. Now let's talk about what we could anticipate going into the later part of the week. Thursday we trend a little bit dry, but then Saturday into Sunday, a stronger weather system likely setting up across the area will give us at least a pretty good chance. Right now, rain chances going into the weekend, we're looking at a solid 40 to 60% chance. So again, Valentine's Day right now, we still have a 20% chance on that 8-day forecast, but Sunday and definitely going into President's Day next Monday, it could be an unsettled stretch for many of us. Highs into the 40s and 50s, overnight lows into the 20s and 30s across our area. So again, if you've been anticipating at least a nice warm up, we're definitely going to get there. It starts today technically. We'll get up to about 41, but Tuesday and Wednesday, best days to definitely go out and enjoy the nice plants. 62 degrees on top.
It's so great to be able to finally see 60-degree weather in the forecast. I've been ready for it.
And it might be able to, melt the rest of the ice. I can't believe that we're still seeing ice on the ground in several spots, especially after the snow that we saw the following weekend.
Right, I know. My parents kept calling and saying, we still have snow on the ground. Do you still have snow on the ground? And there are some spots where it's still pretty. All the snowmen are still standing. It seems.
So, we're going to watch and see how long that lasts. I think the record for the amount of snow on the ground consecutively for eastern North Carolina, I think it's like 12 to 13 days. I got to look back at the record books on that, but we'll definitely see what happens for sure. And we got some comments here. Angela says good morning, and Bernice mentioned good morning, little sun here in northeastern Duplin County. Good morning to you, and good morning to everybody here in eastern North Carolina. And we'll be sure to give you more on the weather pretty soon.
Yeah, perfect. And we'll have more news updates for you as well coming up at the top of the hour. But until then, have a great Monday.